Eamon Javers has some details maybe on what to expect with EU on seafood. I don't know. There's all kinds of stuff in here, Eamon, but maybe we know a little bit more.
Yeah, Joe, we do know a little bit more. The United States and the European Union are releasing a joint statement this morning laying out more specifics around their trade agreement that was announced earlier this summer. Now, a senior administration official who was briefing reporters last night called this a positive step forward, and he said the administration's goal here is to use trade agreements like this one to layer the World Trade Organization and make the international body less relevant. Now, the statement says the European Union intends to eliminate tariffs on all U.S. industrial goods and to provide preferential market access for a wide range of U.S. seafood and agricultural goods. And in it, the United States commits to apply the higher of either the U.S. most favored nation tariff rate or a tariff rate of 15% on goods from the European Union. So 15% across the board, basically. Now, one key point of contention here has been the auto industry. In the statement, the U.S. says it's going to reduce tariffs on European automobiles, but only after the EU formally introduces the necessary legislative proposal to enact tariff reductions itself. So a senior administration official says here the hope is that that process will only take weeks. And the statement also codifies that the EU intends to procure U.S. liquefied natural gas, oil, and nuclear energy products with an expected value of $750 billion through 2028, and it intends to purchase at least $40 billion worth of U.S. AI chips for its computing centers. Now, another key note, guys, on pharmaceuticals from the EU, the agreement states that the tariff will not exceed 15%. Now, that's something investors will be watching, as Trump told this very show that rates on imported pharma products could eventually be as high as 250%. Back over to you guys.
Wow. I guess I understand some of that. It almost seems like, did we get a good deal? Is the EU taking their tariffs down a lot more and we're just keeping ours on with them? Because for so long it's been the reverse?
I mean, the EU ultimately had to do this deal because they needed access to the U.S. market. They've said they needed clarity for their companies to be able to conduct business going forward. They felt that they were, unfortunately for them, in a bit of a box. So they are lowering tariffs, but some of these tariffs are not nearly as high as the president threatened, right? I mean, you're seeing sort of classic Trump-style negotiation here, which is threaten, 250, threaten 50, 75, you come down to 15, right? So I think the Europeans feel, as a result of that, that they got something that's manageable, basically, for their companies.
It's so interesting to hear. It had not occurred to me before that they're trying to layer the WTO, basically, to make the World Trade Organization obsolete, which that hadn't occurred to me, but I guess that's exactly what they're doing.
Right. That's exactly what a senior administration official told a group of reporters last night, the idea being that, you can take all of these trade negotiations around the world and slowly make those international trade organizations like the WTO more or less irrelevant because the deals
because they feel like the WTO was too one-sided towards China. Is that the reasoning behind that?
They feel it's unfair. They feel it's biased and unfair and not a great forum for Americans. So they're trying to basically layer it and do this workaround and create these individual negotiations which take precedence.